listen out if I have any flapping around going on because it has some hole. So sometimes the mbunas, the other day I saw mbuna peeking out through this hole. So just checking if there's any inside of it. Yeah. But yeah, I bought this Eiger 5-in-1 aquarium vacuum. So that's why I'm doing this right now. I'm just gonna take out everything and I'm gonna give it a good vacuum. It hasn't vacuumed since I set it up, and it's probably a good couple months now I set it up. So I haven't vacuumed it, so I make sure I got that where I'm gonna be setting that up also. So yeah, that's the plan for the night, is to just give this a good gravel vacuum, you know? Yeah. So for anyone that is new, that's been watching, you know, all these, well, it's probably about I would say about 8 to about 10 mbunas that's inside here that I didn't raise, but everything else, especially the bigger ones, yeah, these are what get them from a fry, you know, strip them from the mom from a fry and then just raise them. And this is what I have, you know. So majority of these inside here, these are mine, you know. Yeah. And I have a lot more. I got some more that's gonna be coming inside here, but at first I saw a few. I'm done breeding the mbunas, matter of fact. So I saw some, about 2 or 3 female inside here holding eggs. So those are getting removed tonight also, because I don't want no more mbunas, you know. So I'm gonna be taking those out also. Yeah, this is the plan for the night. So this is what happens when you put zucchini in your mbuna tank. They eat out the seeds. And now this is left for the pleco. The pleco will eat the sides. As you can see with this piece, yeah, that's pleco feeding off the greens, you know. So zucchini is good for your mbunas and your peacocks also. Right, thank you. Yeah, I'm trying my best with them, you know. Yeah, for real. It's been a couple years now since I get in this hobby, and I definitely enjoyed it. And I'm gonna say, if anyone get into this hobby and get to like African cichlid, I'm gonna tell you this: breeding them, man, like, get yourself 1 male and 3 to 5 female. You'll be surprised how many fish you have in space of a year or 2. You would have to probably get yourself big tanks just to the amount of fish you can get from 1 male and 3 to 5 female. Like, you'll be having so much. So yeah, breeding them, it's fun, you know. It's exciting when especially when, because you know African cichlids, they don't show the color immediately. You know, sometimes it takes a while. And, you know, you get excited when you start see some changes. That's the excited part. When it change, man, it's like, yo, I can't wait for that one to fully color up and, you know, yeah. So, get some African cichlids if you don't have any, you know. Yeah, I've been thinking about doing this for a while now. Because, yeah, definitely, especially, what's that? Look at that. All that I want to get out. Look at that. Yeah. So, the gravel vac, yeah. You know what I mean? I got getting a review on their 5-in-1 gravel vac, live review. So, tell Iga to tune in. You know what I mean? Somebody just message Iga and let them know that I'm over here gonna do a live review on their 5-in-1 gravel thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. Gotta make sure there is none inside of it. Cause I like to go up inside of it, you know. And mbunas need a lot of space to hide, you know. So you have to have a lot of space inside here to give them. You know? Try. Give it a nice clean out. Oops. Whoopsie. Whoopsie. Alright. So first thing first, I'm gonna catch my females. I need to catch my females, and then I'm gonna be putting this gravel vac together, and then while I'm putting that together, water can just settle and I can get to do a nice vacuum, you know. So y'all want to help me look for two female inside here? Let me know when you see one of the female, let me know. Yeah, yeah. So that's what we're looking for right now. We're looking for some two female that's holding eggs. I know it would be, excuse me. I know it would be easier if I get out some of the water, but honestly, the gravel vac as a, what you would say, a nice little where I can attach my water hose to. And that's one of the things where I want to try that, because while all it is, while I'm vacuuming it, I can vacuum this without draining the water. So I want to try that. Plus I want to attach the hose that I have to it and run it there. So that's why I'm not draining out any water right now, because I want to fully give that 5-in-1 Eiger gravel cleaner a nice live review. So yeah. So I don't know if anyone else do this, but my females, whenever I take out the females over here that's holding eggs, I bring them over here. This is my other 125 with my peacocks and apps. So I drop the eggs in here, so they can have it to munch on, you know. And I notice that they go kind of crazy for it sometimes, you know. But they do got eaten whoever can catch them. So far, I've breed about 5 to 6 batch of mbuna, and that's where majority of them come from. Some I gave away some to a local store, but you know, yeah, I keep some. These guys right here, those are like my second batch. And out of this batch, I got a lot of male out of that batch. So yeah, I got a lot of those big guys. Alright, 4 female. Look like a female right here. Yeah. You look like you have a mouthful. Where did he go? Where did he go? There you are. In the X. Yeah, my boy was watching Alvin and the Chipmunks, you know. I kinda introduced him to Alvin and the Chipmunks, and you like it, you know. Yeah, my boy is 6, so he like watching Alvin and the Chipmunks now. You know, that's one of his things to watch. Whenever he come down here in the basement with me, he just put on Alvin and the Chipmunk. Or Tom and Jerry. He likes Tom and Jerry too. You know, so those are cartoons that I used to watch in my time. You know, few of the cartoons that I used to watch in my time that he likes. So keep on introducing him to some of my stuff back in the days when I was small like him. You know? But yeah. Alright. Who's next? Aye. Yeah, I'm trying to get out some female out of here. And as what I've been saying, I'm gonna give this a nice gravel clean, you know. I got this 5-in-1 Eiger gravel cleaner that I'm gonna do a live review, on it and see how it is. I'm gonna set that up in a bit after I get out the females out of here. The few females that is holding eggs. Because for right now, that's how I can tell that they're female. Once they start to hold eggs, I can say, okay, yeah, that one's a female. And I'm trying to get this to a point where it's just all male mbunas inside here. Yeah. So yeah. It seems like I found just two. Alright. Don't see any more for now. But until then, I'll be here to get them out. So now, water go and settle. Everything go and settle unless I have a big pleco inside here that whenever that swim that just tear up everything. So set up the Eiger 5-in-1 while the water go and settle. Alright. Let me see if I can bring everything over here. You know? So you guys can see what's going on. Oh, that's for the heater. Here we go. Let's see all of it. Yeah. Alright, so since I think I have more gravel, more sand inside here than gravel, I'm gonna try set up this, because this you can set it up for gravel, and you can set it up just for sand, and I guess you can set it up for just bare bottom. Yeah. You can use it and also do your water change. So I'm going to set this up for sand. Yeah. So with this, this thing comes with a whole lot of attachments. So these are that's just the start of it. Give you guys to see what's going on. Right, so that's that. This door. One long one up top. Tell me. So if you ever use one of these, let me know what you think. You know what I mean? Let me know how those operate, you know? So LED. Da. Alright, I'm over here trying to put this thing together. The Eiger 5-in-1 gravel cleaner. See if I can use that in my mbuna tank, cause that definitely need a nice cleaning, you know. Alright, so after that, need this little piece right here. This part is the stuff that's inside here. Is that it? Using sand vacuum to wash fine sand over the bin. Alright, so I guess I'm ready. You're supposed to something to be clog the top. So there's a close off right here. Alright. So one of the things I buy this, the reason why I buy this is I can do a gravel clean, a sand clean without doing a change, doing the water change. But you know what I mean, I'm gonna be trying to attach a hose to right here so it can just run to my drain. But yeah, I'm gonna try this out and see what Eiger is going on with, you know. Yeah, I'm gonna let them know if it works properly or not. Eiger, yeah, big up yourself still. Give your gravel back a try, you know. Yeah, so thumbs up. Big up yourself. Alright, we're not gonna plug this down. Alright, so I guess once you plug this in, it starts to work immediately because there is no switch, and I'm gonna assume that, yeah, not assume, but for sure you can't let this part touch the water. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna see if the hose can. So, this for this. This is a screw in. So I'm gonna use that. Alright, let me see how you attach the hose now. Okay, so if I'm gonna just use the hose attached to this, and then I would take out the middle part. Okay, fair enough. The hose attached to here, and then I would take this out and do this from the top. Okay. Okay. Alright, but this I want to give this a try, see how this works, for sure. Alright. Here we go. Look. Okay. So, since the water going back down again, I'm gonna make this longer. That's one thing. I know. Realize that it's still in the water. So, make it a little bit longer even though it called for one. I'm gonna put two on it. And see how it works. But so far, seems like this pull really strong because now I have sun up here and there's sand in the smaller part right here. So it's definitely gonna do the job, but I'm gonna have to be careful how far I put it in the sand because it seems like it definitely will pull up some sand in it. And, you know, it is what it is, but that's the reason why I buy it. Ah, come on. Trading. I move like you know what. Start out yourself. You know? Alright. Much better. So you can push that to the side and water. Just siphon while the water stay in. But I definitely wanna try the attach the hose because then I can attach my water hose to it and lead it to the hole back there. So yeah, here we go. Oh, see? There's a whole lot of the first thing off the bat, I'm gonna say, yeah, this is very strong for your sand. Starting it up, I would advise to hold on to it because you're gonna get a whole lot of sand pull up full this because the suction is very hard, it's very strong. So holding it up will prevent sand from fill this up. And it seems like once it fill a sand, you won't be able to get it out. So as you see, it's doing its thing. So I'm gonna have to barely go over it. Yeah, this is not for like dig into the sand. Maybe I can push a few, you know. But, yeah, can go a little depth in the sand with it. But yeah, at first starting it off, maybe it won't be that bad with the gravel, but starting off with the sand, I'm gonna advise you to hold on to it. Because right now there is sand in it, so the water starts to move a little bit slow. Is that what it is? Or it's just I thought this would have been like a vacuum, you know what I mean? You can see that it's taking it up, but I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna try something. So there we go. There's a lot of sun inside here already. Because this has a smaller, what is it? Smaller pores, sponge on the bottom. So that, I'm gonna take that out. And I'm gonna just put one inside here and see, because after the sun block all of this up, it seems like it kind of slow down the suction. So give it a try again and see what, because I thought I would have been getting more out of it than what it was just doing. And I would assume that this you can just cut whatever sponge, whatever you want to sponge you want to use in it. You probably can use some polyfill. You probably can use some polyfill in it. Yeah, now this look like it's, yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Yes, that flow. So now that I take that out, even the water is like coming out much faster. See? So put that away so it don't disturb right here. But yeah, it seems like I'm gonna be enjoying using this quite a bit, because see? Man, a mess. You know what I mean? Gotta make a mess sometime, you know? That's what you know when you make a mistake, you know? You're making a mess. Yes. Well, thanks to everyone for tuning in still, you know? Once even if you spend 1 second, at least you stop and look. So I appreciate that 1 second of your time. You know what I mean? Yeah. People's time, I don't play with people's time, you know? Because everyone's time is precious. You know? So deal with people's time. I appreciate people's time, you know? Appreciate the time you're spending over here with me, you know? Yeah. Real, man. Alright, Tiger. Just kind of slow down right now. All that kind of thing. I know why it's slow down, because there's a whole lot of sun inside here. And you can't use that. You know what? I'm going to try something else. Alright, so this come. Alright. See? That drop off, and it just drop a whole lot of stuff in there. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this off. Put that up here. Because this is what they said they should use for the sun. But the sun is blocking up inside here, and it's blocking up in there. So I'm gonna use, see, now I'm gonna use this just to get the debris off the top of the sun, you know, and then I can just probably store it up again, and you know, but yeah, that's what I'm gonna use. Let's see what I get from this. I'm getting a lot of sand in this. And if I'm gonna be doing this, then that means I'm not getting all that debris that I want to get out, you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna have to go get my bucket. So whenever I take this off, but I don't want to lose my sand, you know what I mean? Then I'm gonna be throwing sand down my drain. That's the part that I'm trying to avoid. Getting out the sand, you know? So, is it best to just use the siphon instead of using a gravel cleaner? Because, honestly, this is a lot of work doing this, you know? I ain't gonna lie. Seems like if I had just a regular siphon, yeah, but let me try. Alright. See? What's going on? Not going. Not going. Alright, girl. Alright. Let's put that back on. Alright, how do I open this now? Because I gotta be careful. Right. Alright, girl. Can this open? I would like to know that. And I open this. Anyone ever used this before? iGirl 5-in-1. Can I open right here? Seems like there's a seam somewhere, but I don't want to open it the wrong way and it break it, you know what I mean? I'm trying to... Oh, here we go. It's a pull out. Yeah. Yeah, screwdriver. So as you can see, that clogging up the thing, you know? So, gonna have to clean that. So now, this said, I need a bucket right here with me with some water to rinse this out while I vacuum. Huh, that's a lot of work. Iger. Don't play with me now. Because this is new, you know. Ain't not supposed to get so much trouble already. For real, brother. One time I said this thing stopped working already. Oh. Come on, Iger. It is plugged in. Oh man. Oh. I think I know what happened now. I'm gonna try this first before I start to give Iger a name, you know? Because I think sand went up inside of it. So, or probably a gravel. And the gravel kind of stuck the need something more sharper. Stuck like a fan that's inside of it. So let's pop this open. Woo. That was a close call. I go, you take this off. Because, man, should have been inside of it already. You know? You got two little thing on the side here. And I assume that's where you put your thing and you pop it open. That one side don't wanna come. Yeah, drop the falling on. Come on, I weren't expecting to do this tonight, you know. Was expecting to just bam, 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 and it's all done. But no, it seems like I'm gonna have to get up in this thing and come on, man. I was definitely excited about using this still, I ain't gonna lie. No, it stopped working. Not even half an hour of using it. You know? And now I'm trying to get in this thing just to see if the gravel get in it or something. I know it's like giving me a hard time to open. I don't want me to break it. Can I swear on YouTube? Somebody tell me please if I can swear on YouTube. right now I just feel like it just costs a lot. You know? Alright, girl, I'm gonna send you an email still. Hope you're here watching, you know what I mean? Yeah. Let you know that, yo, I don't know what's going on with this thing, you know. I'm gonna give it a try a different way. Give me a minute, I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. I'm gonna plug this in and see what's going on. I try spray some water inside of it, so at least if there is sun in it that's stopping this fan from going, it can blow the sun out. So, you know, still not getting nothing from it. Getting nothing from it. Alright. You know what? I'm gonna try a different plug. I know that plug extension is working, but let's try. So different plug, still nothing. I'm disappointed. I ain't gonna lie. Gonna lie, I didn't even use it half an hour good, not even half an hour, and it stopped working. It's not hard to set up, so I know I set it up right. I'm gonna need this bucket. So Iger, hear what's going on. I'm gonna shoot your email here. See if we can work something out, cause yeah, that ain't it. This do a better job, I ain't gonna lie. I should have been doing this already instead of trying to use that thing. I would have get the job done already. I probably would have been draining a lot of water out already. You know? Yeah. Just waste how many minutes? Probably about half an hour of my time I just waste trying to use that thing. You know? I'll use this little siphon and get out as much as I can get out of it. That's what I said before. This hasn't get a nice siphon since I set it up, and I set this up quite a bit, a good couple months now. It hasn't reached a year yet, but you know, everyone's been eating good, doing them thing, you know. Yeah. Excuse me. This was my main thing to get done today is to definitely give this a vacuum. And I bought that Eiger 5-in-1 just for this reason, to do this tank. And as you can see on live, I tried to vacuum, it slowed down, it pulls up some sand. I ain't gonna lie, yeah, it did pull up some sand. I ain't going around your thing, Eiger. Did pull up some sand, but I tried to change it around and whoop, just stopped working. So I'll let you up and let you know what's going on, you know what I mean? Seems like my money would have been better off with a bigger siphon, you know? Seems like that's what I'm gonna have to get now, a bigger siphon. Up here. Now, if anyone know if you can recommend a good, nice, strong gravel vac, let me know. I don't know if I get the bad, just get a bad one, but you know what I mean. That one stopped working. So now I'm in the search for a nice gravel vac. I know why y'all bundle up here, you know. Y'all need to shift up yourself and go down on the other side. You know? You have to clean out the place. Y'all place is a mess. You know? Why y'all make the place a mess like this? You know you need to clean up after yourself. I'm gonna have to teach you guys some house rules here. Yeah. Y'all need to clean up after yourself, you know? Man, a lot of people don't like this part of the hobby. I get it. Cause you have to be doing all these extra stuff sometimes, you know. Some stuff that you don't really want to do. I did 12 hours at work today. I wasn't expecting to come home and spend so much time doing this. You know. But, you know, you gotta get some fresh water, you know what I mean, some fresh cleaning stuff. It seems like something is on the top right here. And right. Let's do it again. Water flow. I'm disappointed. You know what I mean? You don't know. I spend my money. I waited at least a week and couple days for this thing. Actually, I bought that 5-in-1 gravel cleaner, 2 mini eater, and oh, here it is. This glass cleaner. I like this. This glass cleaner, I ain't gonna lie. This is the best glass cleaner I got. Cause look at that. Some of them you can't use it that hard. Come back over here. You know, it floats, do it thing. I can go really fast with it, you know. The other one, what's that one? The Mega Float. The Mega Float, I can't use it this hard. You know? So, yeah, I like this glass cleaner from Iger. It even come with a razor. So, I can use that. But otherwise, I put one of the mini eater in my 20-gallon filterless tank because it's about yay big and it takes up less space. Before I add a fluval eater in it and it's long and that takes up quite a bit of space. So I ended up just get 2 of those because I want to put the other one in my jar, my 1-gallon jar, just to see how my plant is, you know what I mean? So, but man, I'm disappointed with the gravel cleaner. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie, Iger. I was excited for that. That was my main thing tonight is to go through and get that gravel cleaner, go through my thing and do some cleaning. But man, you stop working, bro. I ain't gonna lie, man. I don't like that, bro. That's on live, too. Try and clean up as much as I can clean up, you know. We had a lot of mess inside here, so I'm trying to get as much as I can. Because they need a good clean. So I'm gonna make sure that you get that. I'm off the next couple days, so I'm gonna be cleaning this tonight. Got a 75-gallon down there that I need to clean also. That I was actually expecting to use my 5-in-1 gravel cleaner on that also. But man, I don't think that's gonna happen. You know what I mean? Iger, you can let me know what's going on. dropping a whole lot of stuff. Here we go. So I have a bigger one, but I'm gonna use this while I'm vacuuming in the meantime. Get out some water. So these boys gonna get some fresh water. Fresh water, fresh water. And they have an aquarium room. Well, not aquarium room, but an aquarium basement. They have extension all over the place, you know. Yeah. That's a part of the aquarium life, you know. A whole lot of extension. Or a whole lot of plugs. You know? End up with plugs running a whole lot of places. So that reach, it's kind of short, but it will work. Alright, so now while that is draining, I'm going to take this bucket, empty it, and come back. Iger, the disappointment star. My night kinda, I'm not gonna say my night ruined, but my night could have been better with this 5-in-1 gravel thing. I wish I did make an actual video instead of went live. Then I could have just cut that video and send it in an email, show them exactly how, when and where it stopped work. You know what I mean? So they can see I didn't really break it. And I tried to fix it, but I can't get into it. You know what I mean? And I don't want to break it anymore. But I think I know what's wrong. There's sand probably, but it's not even humming. You know what I mean? You know when you plug it in and it's like cause sand probably in it or gravel in it, cause it want to spin but it can't spin because it got stuck, and it's like you can feel it. I wasn't even getting that out of it. You know? But oh well. It is what it is. Yeah. And for who been watching, well, you can see my flag. I'm Jamaican. And in my see? Start off the gravel here. Can't clean up the mess. Anyway, what I was about to say still. A lot of the times when, well, before I leave home, I didn't know about buy and return until I come to America, you know? Because that doesn't exist in Jamaica. Once you buy something, even if you reach home and you don't like it, you gotta have to keep that. You know? We never would, I didn't know about buy and return. We just buy things and just, I don't like it anymore, I'm gonna return it. No! Things like that don't work in Jamaica, man. You know? So, I'm not much of a return guy, but Iger, John was Stark. We're gonna have to talk about this. You know what I mean? Even though, actually, Iger sent me what's it? One of their backpack. They hang on the backpack. HG 150 filter. I actually have it over there on my 29 gallon. I need to do a review on that. Yeah, that was actually sent to me by Iger. So that's why I went ahead and, you know what I mean, since they sent me something for free, I said let me just go on their website and just grab a few stuff, because I believe in fair, dealing with things fair, you know? Yeah. You give me something, yeah, I appreciate it. And I'm going to show you my support too, you know? Because you support. So, support for support. I went over there and I buy some stuff. So, we'll see how it goes, you know? It's just one of those products where it's not all of them gonna make very well. So I guess it's my turn to get one of those kind of product that didn't make very well, you know? Well, you know, it's okay. I've got a lot of stuff that made very well, so you know, I can live with this one. You know, it don't happen that often, so I think I can survive from this one, you know what I mean? It's not a bad thing. But I'm gonna let you guys know what's up with this thing, Iger. You know? You guys gonna have to know that. In space of half an hour of using this thing, it just stopped working. You know what style. Well, seems like that's enough degree I can get off the top. You know? At least I do some house cleaning for them, you know? As I'm their housekeeper. I'm the housekeeper for my fishes. Yeah, don't start. Because if I don't do it, who's gonna? They ain't gonna do it. Yeah, so I have to make sure they have nice, clean house. Fresh air, well, fresh water. Fresh air. You know what I mean? Catch the drift? Yeah. But yeah, while I'm doing this, I think I should just go and put in back the rocks and all of the stuff. You know? I had a big rock. Yeah, I have a big rock back there. Not really big, but it's a nice size rock. That I think I'm gonna put it in here too. Let me go get it. Yeah. That's a nice shape. So when I put it down, you can find some kind of cave underneath. But that's for after. So now we'll make it there. Everything come this way. Do I want to move that? I don't know. Alright. I'm gonna put back some of these stuff inside here now. While this draining. Uh-oh. Alright, so time for me to turn that off. Or unplug that. Alright. FX6 unplug. So let's put this in. back up. Come out that way, you know. I don't want to put this thing down, you know. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Alright. Like put this big one up here. Put that down there. The big one kind of. Put this up here, put this down here. Yeah, so as what I said before, majority of the mbunas inside here, these are my fishes that I raised from a fry, get them from the mom, and you know what I mean, raise them up. You know, it's probably about 8 or 10 that is in the, that's in there that I actually bought. Like this mom right here, this albino mbuna right here. It's a peacock. That's a female. That's the only colored female I have, so I keep that female because, you know, maybe one day I'll let her breed. I have some peacocks, some OB peacock fries coming. Quite a bit. I have quite a bit, probably about 60 fries over there that I need to. Got some in my 55 gallon that is, you know what I mean, probably about ½ inch right now. Yeah, with some mbunas also. So I need to get those mbunas, I need to put them in here, you know. Yeah, but that's for another time. Until then, this is what I'm doing right now, you know. Yeah, that tank up there need clean also. I need to clean that one. Watch it. I don't want to put this down, you know. That's right. Yeah, man. As soon as I get somewhere for hide, I must start hide. Why I don't like to hide? It's nice to be out. You know? Where's my liquor rag? So I'm going to set up back on the place and I'm going to go on easy with the surf. Yeah, so if you haven't subscribed yet, you know what I mean, tune in to the channel. You know, I have a lot of fishes that I'm raising. I'm trying out some planted tanks and so forth, so you know, I have a lot to show, you know. I have some baby fish coming. I have some nice peacocks right here also, but you don't know. Yeah, just a little by little, you know. Yeah, so go ahead and join the channel, you know what I mean? Put on the notification bell, you know what I mean? Tell someone, you know? You never know. They might end up liking fishes too, you know? Get a little joy from having these aquarium, you know what I mean? Yes, it's one of the things that I like to pay attention to, you know? So, I enjoy it very much. Taking care of these. Especially watching them grow. You know? So, like I said, that's about 50% water change. Think that's okay? Yeah, I think that's okay too. Yeah, 50% water change in but yeah. Well, you know, sometimes did I break any? No. Sometimes I give them a big water change, but for tonight they're getting 50% water change. Yeah. okay with that? Y'all okay with that? 50% water change? Even if you're not okay with it, you know, boy. You know, I said they go tonight. Tonight. That's how it's gonna be. 50% water change for my fishes. Yeah, look at that. I thought I'd get out all the little debris off the top, but water seems like there's still a little bit more in there. You know? Have to give them some grass, you know? Yeah, give them some grass. I've got a few of these inside here just to let them go and hide. Because when they start the foolery, somebody gonna need somewhere to hide, you know? So you gotta give these mbunas somewhere to dash to when the time comes. So you have to full them up a whole lot of that. You know? Dip and go through. Yeah. Right. A lot of the times when I'm just doing this, I'm not good at this. I'm not good at scaping at all. Well, my opinion. If you see my tank and think that it's a nice scaping, I'm going to be real with you. I just put it in there. Wherever my heart tell me to put it, I just put it there. So, you know, wherever it's pleasing to me, I see it there and like, what? Yeah, it look alright right there. That's where I'm going to put it. You know? Can work. Yeah. Can work. Alright, big rock. We need to find a nice little spot for you. Big rock. Put this there and slide this down some more. Should I just put this one in the corner right here? Seems like it's fitting in a little bit, you know. Then, like how this rock shape is like our L shape, so I can just put it down in the corner. I can swim through it, you know. If you have a river near you and you're gonna set up your aquarium, that's the best place to go. If you're gonna set up an aquarium, go to a river. You even can get your sand from the river. Just sit there with a bucket and a mesh and sieve out your sand. If you want to use gravel, sieve out your gravel also. You know what I mean? You can get some rocks like what I just put in there. Some nice big rocks. Yeah, I get these rocks from my river that's close by. You know? Yeah. Nice big rocks. Yeah. Especially my mbunas. My mbunas love this because these rocks now, they grow algae on it and they can get to rub off the algae on themselves. You know what I mean? Yeah. setting up this one kind of nice still. Yeah, a couple places they can dash into, you know. Once the rock them sit properly, you know. I want to make sure they have a clear spot. I don't want to full up all of it with, you know, I want to make sure they have a clear spot. So you ever want to come dabble in the sand right there, you can just come and dabble. All the fish keeper them know that the fish, especially African cichlid, they like to rub on the sand. So if anyone wanna come do that, they even do that on the rocks also. But you know what I mean, especially if you're some kind of parasite. Yeah, there's some kind of parasite that attached to their scales at time, and that's how they get it off. So whenever you see a fish like swim on the side and rub on the sand or the rocks, possible they have some kind of parasite on them, they're trying to rub it off. I don't know how true it is, I've never seen it, I've seen them do that on the side. I've heard that that's one of the reasons why they do it, is because probably have some parasite attached to them where they're trying to rub it off. So yeah, I'm going to leave an empty spot right there where they can dabble in the sand a little bit. Big dude already captured that spot for him. He's gonna be a lucky guy right up there, cause that's like away from everyone else down there, you know. So he'll probably go enjoy right there. So yeah, this is my mbuna tank, you know. Trying to get it right where I have only just straight male mbuna, but I have some young fries in there that, you know, I can't really tell if they're male or female right now. So as soon as I notice any of them holding eggs, that's when I'll get inside here and take out the female. And hopefully by some point I'll have just straight male mbuna in here. You know? Yeah, all mbuna. So I have a few more little rocks to put in. I'm gonna put back the zucchini there. These plants. Because these plants definitely help them out inside here, especially when the aggression starts, you know. They have place to hide away from the boss. You know, the boss like to let them know that, yo, I'm the G in the building, you know. At this point I don't really know who is the boss in it. Well, you know what, I think, alright, so I had a yellowtail ace. I still have the female albino red top. So that female had some mate with my yellowtail ace, and that yellowtail ace, I got a crossbreed of yellowtail ace and mbuna, even though yellowtail ace kinda look like, they kinda shape like an mbuna. But yeah, so those batch of fries, I give those to the local store. But I did keep a few of them, and one of them is in here. So I think that he's the boss because he's much bigger. Yeah. So yeah, there is somewhere around there. You know, he's not that bright blue, but he kind of get that look of the the yellowtail is. Hmm. Yeah, most of my mbunas are hybrid still. I don't have all the mbunas that I breed. They're not straight breed. They're hybrids, and you know that's one of the things where I want to talk about at one point. Hybrid. You know what I mean? I wanna use that as a topic one day in this. What is hybrid? You know what I mean? What is hybrid bonus? Because even though these blue bonus that I got in here, those powder blue right here, those ones right here, yeah, those came from um the mom. I don't know what exactly the mom was, but the mom was some kind of brownish, grayish looking mbuna. And she made with my white. I'm gonna, I'm kind of assuming now, but that was the only other mbuna I think she could have made with. But it was my white Sakalafa mbuna, and that's how I think that's why I get those powder blue mbunas. But like doing some research, you know what I mean, Google searching some mbunas, I've seen other mbunas look just like that, but they're not considered as hybrid. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, what's good, bro? Use Iger Kin right outside. All right, I'll look into that aqua girl. I definitely. Yeah, you know, I was kind of frustrated because, like, for real, I was. That's my plan for the night was to use that gravel back, and now, yeah, it stopped working. Well, much love, much love, much love. Yeah, for real. Yeah, but you don't know. That's how it is still. Putting this together right now and finish up the night. Well, I need to put some water in this. Should start put some water in it right now. Yeah, while I'm here. You know? While I'm finished up, I just, what would say? Kill two birds with one stone. Yeah. Kill two birds with one stone. Yeah. Oh, sit there. Right down whistle. Yeah. Right down whistle. This way. This way. This way. Alright. I'm on the mix. I need to test the water. See how warm it is. So, water temp is 83. So, let's see how much this will be going in. Water going in. Finish up. Put it in this few stuff that I need to put in here. And then call it a night. You know? I think I should put some rocks over here. Just a few more rocks. Alright, so water temp set at 83. Let's see what I'm giving them right now. They say it's best to, when I'm adding water, I add a little bit of cold water because that kind of mimic the rainfall environment for the African cichlids, and when you do so, that kind of encourage more breeding. And for me, more breeding, then that means I can get rid of my females. So add some cold water in, even though my water is set at 83. Adding some cold water in, hopefully by the end of the week I can see who start to hold eggs again, so I can get to take them out. Yeah, I'm disappointed with my Hydra vacuum cleaner because I'm not getting nothing out of this. Like, for real. There's nothing coming from this. Let me see. Since I'm filling up water again. Let me turn off that light. So very much visible now. See what more water going on. Oh, that's not bad. So, this is one thing I don't run out of: aquarium salt. Whenever I go to the fish store, even if I don't go there for aquarium salt, I make sure I grab a box. Because sometimes, you know, I go there, I've went there a couple times and they have none. So I make it a habit for whenever I go to any fish store, at least one box of salt I grab. And I keep my bucket full. So I always have aquarium salt. Yeah. If I run out of anything else, yeah. My up pH, I try my best not to run out of my up pH and my salt. Yeah. Well, prime, I have a whole gallon jug. My uncle getting out of the get out of the aquarium hobby, and he's the one who gave me all these lights that I have on my 125. He gave me those lights, and yeah, so for me, that's where it is. Alright. So, salt is done. Everything's looking pretty good until I found some more females. Then I gotta take them out. I think this is gonna be it for the night. Tomorrow, I'm gonna try and clean that 75 gallon tomorrow. Yeah. These lights, I'm using these Kessel light, or Kessel, whichever they want. But I think I'm gonna change them to my C current. Yeah, I got four, I said pair because I'm using two at a time. But I got four C current light that I got from my uncle with these. So I'm gonna take these off because I think C current lights are much brighter. So I'm gonna take those off one of these days. I don't know when yet, but that's something I wanna do. And give this more light. Alright. So, for me, my main thing that I check in my mbuna tank, because I never really have ammonia, or I did have nitrate spike in my peacock tank. But my mbuna tank, I never have nitrate problem or ammonia problem. But my regular check is my pH. Because I'm using well water, so I always check my pH. That need to turn off. Let me get some more water. My peacock tank need to get some more water, so I'm gonna fill it up a little bit. Yeah, water kind of down, so I'm gonna fill it up a bit. Excuse me. Get some fresh water too. A little bit of fresh water. I think they probably get about 20 gallons of fresh water. 20 gallons of fresh water is not that bad right now, right? Yeah, I think so too. I think they should be giving 20 gallons of fresh water. Probably less, probably about 10 gallons. I don't know. At least they get some fresh water. You know? Might clean there's one of these another night. Give them a water change, not really clean. Because this tank is keeping up pretty good. I'm running a FX6 and a FX2 on this tank right here. This tank right here, from ever since this tank set up, this tank been running one FX6, and I'm really pleased with the performance that I get from the FX6, because I'm surprised that it stays this clear. Matter of fact, it's not cloudy at all. Once I do this water change and everything settle down and you get to do that cycle, yeah, you won't see the difference in it. Like it doesn't really do a bad job with the one FX6 on that. Alright, so that's it for this tank. I did what I wanted to do, but my Eiger 5-in-1, this is the one thing that I really wanted to, I was excited to use tonight, but it just stopped working. You know what I mean? Like I use it like on live, like I didn't do anything, set it up just for the sun, and yeah, it just stopped working. So I'm gonna have to get in touch with Eiger and let them know that, yo, I got my thing, but it's not working. So yeah, but otherwise I got the tank clean. So this is it for me for the night. I'm just gonna kick back and chill for a bit. But thanks everyone for tuning in. I appreciate your time. You know what I mean? Y'all time are very valuable. So you know what I mean? For you to use that time and just check out what I'm doing. Thank you. You know what I mean? I hope you all enjoy your rest of your night. You know, do whatever that makes you happy. You know what I mean? 'Cause that's all we're searching for in this world, happiness. You know. I know at least I'm searching for that. You know what I mean? A little peace of mind, some joy. You know what I mean? With all that's going on in this world right now, we all need that little peace, that little joy, you know what I mean, whatever that give us that happy feeling, you know. Yeah, so do your thing, you know. But until then, I'll be still posting, so stay tuned for some more little clips, and I need to give a review on that filtered here from Eiger also, so y'all take it easy, alright? Peace.